I am here for a week to photograph a lovely British-Swedish couple's wedding in Masai Mara. I have photographed a few destination weddings, but never one as amazing as this one. And I also have some free time to go on game drives and have some fun. And those are hippos that are making that noise. I'm about to leave the rainy and cold London and head to sunny Kenya. I can't wait. It should be an amazing flight. It's 10 hours long and I'll be there tonight. I arrived in Kenya late last night, just after midnight. I came to the Panari Hotel straight from the airport. I'm spending today here, just resting and preparing for the next few days. And tomorrow I am getting picked up at 6 a.m. to head to Masai Mara. It's a 4-hour drive from here, so that's why we need to be up bright and early, because tomorrow starts the 3-day wedding and I'm super excited to start and get going. But today I needed a rest after 2 days of travel and getting enough sleep now. I chose the Panari Hotel because it was close to the airport and because it had a view over the Nairobi National Park. If I wasn't on my way to Masai Mara, I would absolutely have loved to visit this park, which is famous for its rhinos, and I would have tried to spot the big five with the city backdrop. I woke up the next morning ridiculously early and met up with some of the wedding guests who then gave me a ride to Masai Mara. We stopped to have a quick look at the Great Rift Valley, which is very slowly splitting Eastern Africa away from the rest of the continent. Whilst usually February is in the middle of the dry season, they had an unusual amount of rainfall here for weeks before the wedding, which made some of the roads difficult and slow. As soon as I arrived in Masai Mara, I started photographing the 3-day wedding. Everyone met up at the House on Miles cricket field. There were over 100 guests at this wedding, staying at 4 different hotels, so there were a lot of catching up and saying hello to do.
Just don't think we said hello.
Hi.
I'm Ola. I'm Mina's stepfather.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, good.
I photographed with Sony A7 III camera with a GM 35mm 1.4 lens and an A7 IV camera with a GM 135mm 1.8 lens. I just walked around looking for people in decent light, hugging, laughing and enjoying themselves. The sun was very bright at this point, which made it a bit of a challenge, but it was fun. We all then headed out for a game drive. I went in the car with the bride and bridesmaids. The bride and groom live in Kenya, so they see each other all the time, but they rarely get to see their family and friends. So during the wedding, they were prioritizing spending time with their loved ones.
First time here?
First time in Masai Mara, second time in Kenya.
Oh, wow.
I must say, taking photos in a moving car whilst driving on the very bumpy dirt roads is not the easiest thing to do. got stuck in some very thick mud thanks to the recent rainfall. It took the driver 15 minutes to get us out. After getting unstuck in the mud, we saw giraffes, wildebeest and some elephants. My face is scrunched like this because the sun is shining in my eyes, not because I am smelling something bad, which is what it looks like.
They thought that was funny.
After the game drive, everyone arrived at a beautiful location with far-reaching views for a sundowner party. Here I mainly photograph people mingling and having fun with some group shots. Everyone ready again? 3, 2, 1, cheese! Brilliant, thank you so much. Doing a lovely light there.
Yeah, really.
Do you want a photo of you?
Yeah, please.
And what a place to get a get photographs, isn't it?
Looking forward to see.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Let's go this way now.
Put on your best smile now, okay?
Ready? And now come closer. Can you look at each other? That's perfect. No worries.
Valfri buske.
What's that face?
Smile.
It's been a long day.
It's been a really long day, that's true.
Why is a cow?
We better take a photo then.
Yes.
Rasmus?
Mina and Miles' wedding was at the beautiful house in the wild, who also organised the Sundown party, as well as this Masai dance, which was such good fun.
It's Victoria. We've got a few friends. We got very good friends. And our family.
No, it's been absolutely amazing.
Right, if you look at the camera for a couple, and then we'll... Okay, now cuddle in with both arms around each other and squeeze as close as you can. Can you do a slight dip as well? Well done.
Yeah.
I know it's
So cheesy. That's it. That's it when Hobson. calling our name, Mill.
It's with a big crowd of people looking at you. It's never going to be
No, it's true.
easy.
I love you.
Can you now just hold hands and walk a little bit towards the sun and back? And cuddle in now, again, cuddle in again. And then walk back towards me, looking at each other. And if you can, a little bit quicker. And then keep looking at each other, keep looking at each other.
Yeah. Not posed, not posed.
I decided to get up early on the day of the wedding and started with a game drive. I knew I wouldn't have many opportunities to go for game drives in the Masai Mara, and it's unlikely that I will be back here anytime soon, if ever. So I wanted to use every opportunity to go see the amazing wildlife here.
Lilac-breasted Lola, the national bird of Kenya. It's a Masai Mara. Masai is the community who live within here, and the word Mara is a Swahili word, means spots. It's a dotted grassland plain. It's a plain grassland. Yeah.
We came across several lions, 3 males and 1 female. Male lions can weigh up to 190 kilos and females 126 kilos. So they are big and powerful beasts. Most male lions grow manes up to 16 centimeters long, and they are a sign of dominance. However, there are maneless male lions in parts of Africa, including Tsavo National Park in Kenya, around 400 kilometers from Masai Mara. These are topi antelopes, which inhabit the Masai Mara in large quantities. They are very agile, and when in danger, they can run up to 90 kilometers an hour.
Gazelle, not Thompson. It's only that they are longer.
Lastly, we saw Dik-Dik, which is a very small antelope. Dik-Dik's made for life, and when one of them dies, the other soon follows. It's big, this place. Okay.
Yep.
Just that round that way. Okay, brilliant, thank you. Morning.
How are you?
Well, I'm very good. How are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. I mean, yesterday was unreal.
It was amazing.
I mean,
After saying hello to the bride, I headed off with the groom to Almare House so I could get some photos of him and his friends. This was an incredible place overlooking the Masai River with its hippos, and the house itself was beautiful.
very nice.
Here the groom relaxed in the shade and wrote his speech. Better late than never. Unfortunately, I am coming down with a cold, which I think I caught on the plane. Not ideal. photographing a wedding of this scale, for sure. But just got to get on with it. Not much else I can do. That's the thing with wedding photography, you often have to just photograph no matter what. I photograph through migraines, through urinary tract infections. That's always fun. I've been left alone in this beautiful room where the boys are going to get ready, so I'm going to just get some detailed photographs first. Yeah, wow, this is amazing. I then photographed the rings on the acacia tree thorn, as there are acacia trees everywhere in the African savannah. I'm going to try and get a photograph with the suit. Okay, so I'm not sure if the flash is going to be strong enough, but I'm going to try a photograph with the flash because there's just not enough light going in the suit. So we'll see how we go.
Groom casting stones. I don't want it. But then I was going to finish short now on Saturday. And then flight 2 weeks.
I'm going to put your couplings back in your bag.
Okay.
That's okay, so,
That's fine.
so they're safe away.
Perfect.
After some photos of the groom chilling with his friends, I then headed back to the bride's place. The house where the bride was getting ready, as well as all the other houses around where her family were staying, were absolutely incredible.
So like these are the rooms, and then you have like outdoor showers.
Oh, nice.
Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And then like really nice outdoor shower.
Oh, cool. I love outdoor showers.
Yeah, me too. It's such a nice house. I know it's just such a nice place.
Yeah.
Like you can see, between 6 and 14 people in different sizes with us. So if you come here with your family.
Unfortunately, I forgot to take many behind the scenes at the bride's place, and to be fair, there wasn't really a lot going on, but I did get some nice shots. I then left with the bride's dad for the ceremony site, and on the way to the ceremony, we saw giraffes and a zebra. How cool is that? Squeezing closer. Squeezing closer. 3, 2, 1. And I'll come close as well. Okay, Dad, do you want to have a quick photo with Mina as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which side do you want to go? I'm not staying here.
Sorry for the way the GoPro is pointing. Unfortunately, it stayed like that for the whole ceremony. I was too engrossed in what I was doing to notice at the time. Mina and Miles' wedding ceremony was by the Mara River, which begins in Kenya and ends in Tanzania. Unfortunately, the hippos have moved further down the river at this point, due to the recent rainfall. To get to the ceremony, the wedding party walked down the steps, followed, of course, by the bride and her dad.
Välkomna allihopa underbara till the wedding of Mina and Miles. And before we today, so please come to class.
I was getting my step count in, running round and round the ceremony, but it was just such a cool place for a wedding. I was so excited. The bride was, in fact, a Swedish baroness, and several of her family members were barons and baronesses.
Miles, you take Mina to be your lawfully wedded wife. Mina, you take Miles to be your lawfully...
After the vows, the Beathogs band played a tune, and then the bride and the groom were presented with traditional Masai wedding presents, a spear for the groom and a gorgeous necklace for the bride. Unfortunately, my GoPro battery completely died at this point. It should have lasted the whole day, but it didn't, and the issue from my side with the ceremony and reception side was that there weren't enough charges, so I had nowhere to plug my batteries in. I actually panicked for a while about my camera batteries. I took 2 spares, but it's a long day and I was photographing a lot and going through the batteries. So from reception on, when I discovered I couldn't charge my batteries here, I was just more mindful and turning the camera off when I wasn't taking photos. Usually I keep it on and ready in case something happens in front of me that I would want to react to fast. After the ceremony, everyone mingled during the cocktail hour, and then it was time for speeches.
Like our favorite snack.
I must say, the speeches were fantastic and they sounded like they came from the heart. Too many times I hear people rehash the same jokes they all found on the internet that wedding guests have perhaps never heard, but wedding photographers have heard countless of times. The best speeches are those that come from the heart. They don't need to be funny, but they do need to be genuine. After the speeches, we were off for the couple's photos, and I really do wish that I had behind-the-scenes video here because it was incredible. Adam Bannister from House in the Wild, who's also an amazing wildlife photographer, drove us around. My request was that I wanted some big animals in the background, so Adam dropped us off at a nice spot for some photos whilst he drove around the Enonkishu Conservancy, looking for big game with which we could take photos, and he found some giraffes. This was one of the most incredible moments of my life. The couple then hopped in their own car and drove closer to the giraffes. They could get much closer to them in a car than on foot. I used my 35mm for the photos I took on foot, then I swapped to the 135mm to get that compression, which made the giraffes look even closer to the couple than they actually were. We then found some elephants, but whilst giraffes are relatively harmless, elephants can get very moody and dangerous, so we had to be extra cautious to not disturb them. Thank you, Adam, who took some behind-the-scenes photos of me photographing the couple with giraffes here. I really appreciate these. We then got back to the House in the Wild for reception and food. The bride's family surprised the couple here with a song they had written. There is a tradition in Sweden that when the groom goes to the toilet during the reception, all the men get up to kiss the bride, and vice versa when the bride goes to the toilet. The groom, especially, was loving this part. Dancing was at the nearby pool house with the Beathogs band continuing to play. Everyone was having a whale of a time. I left at midnight for some well-needed rest. I am staying in Fairmont, which is a beautiful hotel, especially if you are staying in their tents, in their luxury tents. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm staying in one of their old cabins that they were supposed to have renovated by now, but they haven't. And those cabins are not in the best state. However, the rest of the hotel is beautiful, and I'm still got all the facilities of the hotel. I'm getting 2 game drives a day, and I'm also getting full board. So I'm getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner included. There are 2 baby hippos outside on the sandbank. That's so cute. There are a load of hippos here. I don't know, there's maybe 20 that I can see. Hippos sleep during the day and they come out at night to feed on grass, at which point they can be attacked by lions and hyenas and killed and eaten. But during the day they are enjoying themselves in the water. Currently at one of the ends of the resort, and this is called the Hippo Corner. There's a beautiful viewpoint here. Behind me there are a load of female hippos with babies sitting on the sandbank, and then on the other side there are 2 males fighting. And I'm here on my own. There is nobody here yet, although it is quite early in the morning and people are having breakfast. But yeah, what a way to wake up. It's funny to watch all these hippos just snoozing there. On the 3rd and last day, I photographed for 4 hours from 11 AM till 3 PM. We started with only a few guests in one location, most of them feeling very hungover.
I remember years ago, something missing in my soul, chasing highs yet always feeling low. I remember how you looked, one hello and I was hooked, found the missing piece that made me whole. True love don't come round very often, it's like sunshine after the rain, but you know the moment it happens, everything will be okay.
I used my 35mm for all the photos in this shot, and I used 135mm lens for some shots of the guys playing cricket. How they managed to play cricket in this heat whilst being hungover, I don't know. We then moved back to the house in the wild by the pool, where last night's dancing and partying happened.
I hope I'm not coming on too strong, but you feel like family to me. Finding you is just like finding home, 'cause you feel like family to me.
In the middle of those two patches of grass, that's it. And then forwards a bit.
There were a lot more people here, and after some lunch, many headed straight into the pool to cool down. I didn't take very many photos on this last day, as there just wasn't all that much happening, and most people looked really sorry for themselves. But it was nice to get mainly candid photos of people having fun, mixed with a few last group shots. And that was the end of the 3-day wedding in Masai Mara. But before I left, I had one last safari drive around. On this last safari drive, we hit lion jackpot. Not only did we see a pair of lions mating, but we also saw 3 lion mums and 6 cubs. A pride of lions is usually made up of related females and their cubs, plus a male and a small group of males. The lionesses rear their cubs together, and cubs can suckle from any female with milk. And that's the end. This was the most incredible wedding I have ever photographed by far. It would be very hard to beat this one. Maybe if somebody wants to book me for Antarctica, that might do it.